The scale of public procurement is enormous, and as many of you will have noticed, it's a very topical subject at the moment, with the UK government having committed to reaching a 25% target of all public procurement going to SMEs over the next number of years. And indeed, that clearly, from the news that came out yesterday, that's clearly going to present some challenges, as it involves more than doubling the current level going to small and medium-sized companies. In Britain, the total public procurement spend is an enormous £230 billion per annum, 230 billion, accounting for almost 13% of GDP. In Wales, it's around 5 billion, which in itself is an enormous figure, but it really should be higher if you think that we are really should be around 5% of the UK figure. But we are at 5 billion, and that is around 10% of GDP. Even if you take the university, which is a significant public sector organisation, every year we tender for around £45 million worth of spend, primarily on our estates. And we have over 3,000 people, 3,000 companies supplying this university, a figure that's growing year on year, many of which are small and medium-sized companies. So you can see the scale and you can see the importance of the issue, and particularly the importance in a region such as this, which is where the economy is dominated by small and medium-sized companies. So the winning and tendering project then is aimed at transforming the public tendering experience of small organisations, which I know from my own experience. I have spun out 2 small companies from my own research, and I know from that experience that for a small organisation to engage with a large public sector tendering process can be extremely daunting. So the winning and tendering project is aimed at transforming that experience. It has received €3.7 million, that's £3.2 million, from the Ireland-Wales Interreg programme, and I would also like to thank Roger for his help. And as was said, it was designated as the very highest level of importance by Interreg, and given the status of strategic in nature. I'm delighted in particular that it's being managed from the Institute of Competition and Procurement Studies at Bangor University's Law School under Professor Dermot Cahill. And it's in collaboration with Dublin City University, a place I know very well. I'm delighted to have Paul Davis here today representing the Institute in Dublin City. Also, the Irish Institute of Purchasing and Materials Management are involved as well. So it's a great example of Ireland-Wales collaboration, and we're delighted that the Interreg project has seen it as of such importance to award it such a large amount of money. Now, the vision of the project, the vision of WIT, is to produce evidence-based, top-class research, and we do have top-class research going on in both of the institutions, both of the universities involved. So it's to produce evidence-based top-class research in order to influence the uptake of innovative public procurement policies which remove the barriers to small indigenous suppliers engaging efficiently and effectively with the process. And the project is founded very much on the belief that by understanding the needs of both the buyer and the supplier, we can enhance the skill levels of public purchasers to consider the vulnerability of small and medium-sized companies, and in parallel then equip them with the skills needed to win a greater portion of public sector contracts. Now, what's different? Of course, this has been tried. The government is now pushing it very strongly, both in the UK and more locally in Wales. But what is WIT going to do that is different? Well, Dermot's going to tell you that in a moment, but what it's doing is adopting an innovative end-to-end training approach. End-to-end meaning working with both the suppliers, the small and medium-sized companies, and with the procurement officers. And as I said, I know from my own experience from both sides, from both being at the procurement side in the university, for example, and being at the supply side, running a small company, that you have to work from both directions. So I see this project as of enormous benefit to the economy in Wales, the economy in North Wales in particular, which is dominated so much by small and medium-sized companies. I'm delighted that Bangor is leading it. and I'm delighted to be here tonight to witness the launch. And I'd now like to hand over to Professor Dermot Cahill, who's going to tell you a little bit more in detail about the project. Thank you very much.